So it's after 6:30. Is everybody good to open the meeting?
Yes.
Public hearing.
I bet you down that on the paper, but we missed it down there.
She opened, Rob, if you wanna.
It's a quiet room. There's a plate outside.
So this is the requisite public hearing for the SRF application that was submitted on behalf of the town back on March 31st for additional water utility improvements. I'm going to start by reading the actual ad that was published, and then I will briefly describe the scope that was in the funding application. I'll open it up for questions. If there's no questions, we can close the public hearing and then we'll just wait till regular meeting at 7. So, notice of public hearing, Town of Oxford Water Preliminary Engineering Report. The Town of Oxford will hold a public hearing at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, April 20th, 2026 at Oxford Town Hall, 105 South Howard Street, Oxford, Indiana. Town's engineering consultant, Commonwealth Engineers, will present the recommended project, which will include improvements to the water treatment plant. Project will be funded through the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, parentheses DWSRF. Copies of the required preliminary engineering report are available for public viewing starting April 10th, 2026 through April 27th, 2026 at Town Hall. There will be the opportunity for questions and comments from the public at this meeting. Written comments from the public will be accepted through April 27th, 2026. Your participation is welcomed and encouraged. If you will require special assistance at the meeting, please contact Oxford Town Hall at area code 765-385-2150. Written comments regarding this project should be sent to Robert Bellucci, Commonwealth Engineers, 7256 Company Drive, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46237, prior to the April 27th, 2026. I should say right now. That was what was posted. If you're making notes, you've got a copy, you can certainly have that. Have you received any comments to date?
Nope.
Okay. Obviously, we'll wait until April 27th, and then we'll transmit the minutes to this meeting and the publisher's affidavit to SRF and the sign-in sheet. The scope of work that was in the project funding application includes modifications and upgrades to the town's drinking water supply, which is the groundwater production wells out of the water treatment plant, inclusive of cleaning and inspection of the wells and an enclosure for well number 2 to protect it during cold weather months. The scope also included inspection and replacement of the filter media of the town's pressure filters, replacing the pneumatic controlled backwash valves with electrically actuated valves, upgrades to the roof, ceiling tiles, exterior windows, and LED lighting inside the filter building. It also included upgrades to the alarm monitoring and control system. In addition to that, in the treatment building, which is the second building out at the site, some upgrades to HVAC and ventilation in the chlorine room, window repair and painting, emergency eye wash station, and some LED lighting upgrades along with the water heater to support the eye wash station. And then upgrades also included some work at the elevated storage tank here in town, inclusive of interior, exterior surface recoating, mixer replacement, a hatch replacement, and some other mechanical safety upgrades that were noted during the last tank inspection that the town had completed. There are also some supplemental items out in the distribution system that were a holdover from the phase one project that were included but not necessarily required. And that primarily involves strategic replacement of hydrant valves out in the distribution system. So that is the, in general, description of this proposed scope of work for this application. Does anyone have any questions?
My understanding is we've been having trouble with well number 2. What, I know that you're gonna put housing around it, but we're gonna be looking at that more in depth.
We're doing an inspection, a full-on inspection and cleaning it
Okay,
as a part of this.
okay,
Now, obviously, we won't know the extent of additional repairs that may be needed until after the inspection.
Okay.
But if you were to get a funding offer that you couldn't refuse, the way we would want to set the bid up is to put an allowance in there for repairs above and beyond the cleaning.
okay,
So yes, that is included for well number 2.
okay,
Both wells actually will get cleaned and inspection.
okay.
Anybody in the audience have any questions?
This is about work at the well house.
Yeah, water plant,
Yeah, water plant.
elevated tank, and then the wells.
You guys will check the water tower too to make that extra rate and all that.
That's all included in this scope. Everything that was identified in that last inspection report.
Okay.
If there are no other questions, we have fulfilled our requirement for the funding application, so you can close the public hearing.
Right. Get a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Also,
All in favor? Aye.
Thank
Meeting's
you.
closed.